1969, July 20. Yeah, it was in 1969, July 20th, when the Apollo 11 took off on the way to the moon. And I was glued to the radio with my grandmother. I remember it so well. My grandmother, which passed away quite a few years ago. Yeah, we were in bed. It was at night for us. So I listened to the whole thing. It was just amazing. I remember like it was yesterday, sitting there with my grandmother, glued to the radio. And now I'm going to show you somewhere over there is what it is. And I am going to be just on the other side of this bridge. There's a little pad there, and I met some people that are camping there, and I was talking to them for quite a while, and they told me that it's a good place to see because it's just like here over the water. Best place to see it. They usually don't allow anybody to camp there overnight. The launch is not tonight, the launch is tomorrow night, but people are already there for tomorrow night, so they're gonna have RVs and they're gonna spend the night there. I don't have an RV, so I'll be probably sleeping in my car, but I'm definitely coming back here tonight. I'm gonna go to my friend's house, have dinner with him, and then get in my car, come back here. I have a sleeping bag and a sleeping pad in my car. I'm gonna spend the night here, and then tomorrow right here in this area, right over there, there's a restaurant. Right there's a restaurant, and I'll be able to come in the morning here for breakfast, lunch and dinner, whatever, because the launch is actually going to happen only tomorrow night at 1 o'clock. So from Tuesday to Wednesday, at the launch window opens at 1 a.m. and it's a 2-hour launch window that they have, so it's from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. We'll see what happens. Wish me luck so I can see it. And I'm going to swing the camera, and I'm pointing south right now. I'm going to start pointing east. And actually, I'm going to zoom in. But first, before I zoom in, I'm going to show you the entire area. So this is where I am, and I'm underneath the bridge right now, as you can see. And I'm going to go back here. And I'm going to zoom in because at this distance, we a couple miles away, maybe 5 or 6 miles, maybe more. But you can't really get any closer than this to the launch pad. So this is the best, unless you buy tickets to be there. But those tickets are like impossible to buy. It's very, very difficult to get in. So this is probably the best place. Now I'm going to zoom in because that's the main building where the SLS rocket was before it was wheeled out to the launch pad. I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so now that I'm zoomed in, that's where the SLS rocket was. And to the south of that, that's another launch pad back there. And further south is where SpaceX launches its Falcon rocket. And they actually just had one like 2 weeks ago, a week ago. But that's where the Artemis moon rocket was being prepared. Now this is the third attempt, and we're not sure if it's going to be launched tomorrow or not. I hope it is because I really want to see this. But with my luck, maybe not. But we'll see. But in any case, it was wheeled from there. I'm going to show you now. I'm going to keep on swinging. There's another launch pad that's being prepared, and that's for the Elon Musk's new Starship rocket. That's going to be launched directly from there. So that pad is being built right now. It's not done. And I'm going to continue going. And there's the SLS. You can actually see the SLS. Now I'm all zoomed in on my camera, can't go any further than this. So, and by the way, that's the mast of a boat that sank. And there's behind me, there's a few, 4 or 5 other boats that have sunk because of the hurricane that went through here not too long ago. Not sure if those boats were just anchored or whatever, but they sank. And that one there, you can see the mast is leaning sideways because the boat is underneath the water. I was actually closer once I went over to the other side of this bridge. So coming back to the rocket, and the reason I'm here to see this launch of this rocket is because 50 something years ago July 20th, I believe, of 1969. I was 8 years old, and I remember spending the night at my grandmother's house in Mozambique, in Africa. We didn't have TV. Spending the night at her house and being glued throughout the night to the radio, because that was the first time Neil Armstrong landed on the moon. And I remember being there with my grandmother, you know, and witnessing that occasion, which was amazing, and just listening to them on the radio. And now 50 something years later, so 53 years later, this rocket, the SLS Artemis, is going back to the moon. Now this time it's only going to the moon for a trial run, so it's going to go to the moon, around the moon, I think 1 or 2 times, and then come back again. No astronauts on it, just a trial run. And then in, they say to end of 23, but I doubt it. Some people are saying sometime in 2024, it will finally launch with astronauts and go to the moon again. Hopefully I'll be able to see that too. I can't wait. This is going to be amazing. And so I'm pointing the camera east now, so the rocket's going to take off and just basically head east towards the Atlantic Ocean. I'm going to zoom out again, and that's where I am. It's quite far. I think it's like 7 miles from here to the launch pad. Launch pad 39B is where the Artemis rocket is being launched from. And I'm sure Elon Musk's Starship is going to be amazing when that launches, because that's I think just as powerful or maybe even more powerful than the SLS rocket, and it's going to be launched from that area too. That's where Starship will be launched from, that launch pad in the background. I'm trying to see if I see the dolphins, because I know they were just going by. And that's the SLS rocket right there. This entire section here is part of Cape Canaveral, all the way down. There's the main building where they assemble the Artemis, put it together, and then it rolls out of there, and it went all the way to there, right there in the middle. That's where it's pad 39B, that's where it's going to be launched from. And that launching pad right there is being built for Starship. So from here to there, to the launching pad, is 10 miles exactly. And all that piece of land there, all this up to more or less there, all the way to the shore, is part of Cape Canaveral. Now there is an entrance to a park that goes to a beach that's somewhere on that north side there, but they've closed that due to you know, not being too far. I think it's just a few miles from the launch pad when you're on the beach. In the past, when they've launched from further south, SpaceX launches from somewhere down there. When they launch from there, then the beach is usually open, and if the flight is during the day, people can go to the beach and watch it from the beach. There's all these sailboats anchored here. They've got a beautiful view since it's this way, right in front of them. And that's Titusville. That's the name of the town that's right across from the Cape Canaveral. Just walked from the other side of this bridge to this side, and I still have a long way to go. Then turn around and come down to the bottom and meet some people for lunch at this restaurant right over the water. This place is starting to get packed. Lots and lots of vans out here, vans and campers. That's a nice Mercedes over there. And from what I heard, this bridge will be full of people later on. I'm not sure exactly what this is. It's a food truck, but it's not being used as a food truck, so I think they're just sleeping in it. Those are the kind of vans I love. He's trying not to move. He's looking at me because I got too close to him. Just standing there. And the other one too. I was trying to get a photo of him. I got too close to him and he was like very suspicious and he started walking away from me. And the only reason they're over here is because there's somebody fishing over there. Come on, buddy, move.
Baby, so go. Baby, so go. Baby, so
There she is, ready to go. They've already started refueling. It's a couple of hours of refueling.
The lights at the top of it just turned off. Wait till the sound gets here.
Yeah, it'll be cracking.
When the sound gets here, it's going to be crazy.
We're getting it here pretty quick, the sound.